Hi Noni, I'm just going to show you a few exercises for your hip and lower back that we did the other day that I think will help just keep things relatively calm, and also a couple of things to strengthen the muscles around the hips. So we did use a meter for the first one. If you do manage to get hold of a meter is probably better. I can send you a link for a place to get one. But in the meantime, take a blanket or a big towel, fold it like that into a long rectangle, and then again, and then you want it in a kind of square, long sausage shape, something like that. Put it along the length of the mat, and then lie so that the bottom of your breastbone, just about there, is in line with the bottom of your support. So something like this. So first thing, just check that you've got it in the right position. One hand behind you, feel where the bottom of the blanket is, and then one hand just at the bottom of the breastbone. So they should line up. Lengthen your sit bones away from you to get some length in the lower back, and you may have to do that again at some point in the next few minutes because the back tends to get a bit scrunched up. Chin pointing straight up to the ceiling, arms at your side, shrug your shoulders up toward your ears, pull them down away from the ears, pull the shoulders back toward the spine. Tilt your pelvis back, so lift the pubic bone, take a breath into the belly. Relax, roll the shoulders forward. Arms straight up into the air. Shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. Pull them down away from your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades back toward the spine. Tip your pelvis back again. Take a breath. Then reach up into your fingertips. Turn both arms in. Cross at the wrist. Slowly take the arms back. Keep dropping your lower front ribs. Trying to straighten your elbows. Stop where you feel the ribs begin to lift a bit. Come back. Change the cross of the wrist. So again, try to straighten the elbows. Drop the lower front ribs. Tip your pelvis back, so lift the pubic bone slightly. Take a breath into the belly. And forward. Then just relax the arms out to the side for a moment. Adjust your lower back again, so lengthen your sit bones. Bring your hands onto your legs, thumbs up, make a fist, palms facing each other, straighten the elbows. Slowly take the arms back. Keeping the elbows straight, keeping the lower front ribs down. Slowly going back. Keep trying to straighten the elbows, dropping the ribs. Stop where you feel the ribs begin to lift. Bring the arms back. Then hold the thumb as well. Still with the fist, palms facing each other, straighten the elbows. Drop the lower front ribs, weight in the back of the head, tip the pelvis back slightly, take a breath. Slowly bring the arms back, spread the fingers out now, palms facing each other, elbows straight. Keep breathing. Keep your lower front ribs down. Keep the weight in the back of the head, straighten the elbows, and take a breath into the belly. Bring the arms up, bend the elbows, palms of the hands together, lift up your elbows, now lift your forearms, lift your chin slightly more now, so you're more on the back of the head. Keep lifting your elbows, reaching back into the fingers, lifting the elbows, take a breath, and then slowly roll off your support and just lie flat again for a moment. So notice if your lower back is perhaps down on the floor a bit more now. Okay, then you're going to take a block, your regular foam yoga block, put it under your hips, and then bring your knees in toward your chest. Place your right foot onto the floor, fingers on the front of the pelvis to check that your pelvis is not moving, and just very gently drop the right knee out to the side and bring it back. So you're just doing a small movement there, don't go to the point of pain, just to get a little bit of movement in the hip. So do that 3 or 4 times. Then hold your left knee, extend the right leg to about 60 to 70% up straight, so it's not all the way. Squeeze your right buttock, release, squeeze again, release. Take the right arm up, extending down into your right heel, up into the right index finger. So now you can maybe go to about 80 degrees up straight, and just lengthening out that whole right inner side. Take a breath. Stay like that for one more breath. Bend your right knee, hold both knees. Place your left foot onto the floor, thumbs on the front of the pelvis, drop the left knee out and in, drop the left knee out and in. Maybe one more time, checking your pelvis is not moving. Hold the right knee, extend the left leg down, squeeze the left buttock, release. One more time, squeeze the left buttock, release. So the left leg's at about 60 to 70% up straight. Hold the right knee, extend the left arm up, extend down into the left heel, maybe to about 80% of straight now. Take a breath, let the belly expand. Stay like that for one more breath. And then bend your left knee, hold both knees. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Take a breath. Then remove the block from under the hips. Come up onto your hands and knees. So maybe give yourself a bit of extra height under the extra support under the knees. Lift up your ribs, so press your hands and knees away from each other, Try to open up especially the lower back. Take a breath into the belly. And then briefly coming into extension. So pull your hands and knees toward each other. Look forward. And again, lift your ribs. Press your hands and knees away from each other. Breathe in. And briefly coming into extension. Exhale. One more time. Lift your ribs. Press through your hands. Release the head. Press your hands and knees away from each other. Okay, then get yourself a couple of balls. So I've got these squishy balls, which are quite nice. And lie onto your tummy. Put the balls in the front of the hip. So in the hip crease. You're going to lie like this. Get some length in your lower back by pressing the pubic bone forward and down. So pubic bone forward and down. Turn your thighs in slightly, so that the heels drop out from each other. It'll feel a bit like the kneecaps are facing each other. Bend your right knee. Release. Bend your left knee. Release. Pubic bone forward and down. Bend the right knee just to 90 degrees and lift the knee slightly from the floor. Release. Bend the left knee to 90, lift the knee slightly from the floor, release. Pubic bone forward and down, bend the right knee, lift the knee, release. Bend the left knee, lift the knee, release. Lift the right leg with a straight knee now, release. Lift the left knee with a straight knee. Release. One more time. Lift the right leg, straight knee. Release. Lift the left knee. Release. Press the pubic bone forward and down. Come up onto your hands and knees. Do one more opening of the back body. So press the hands and knees away from each other, lifting up the ribs. Release the head. And come back to neutral. Lie onto your side. So on your side like this, support your head, bend the top leg, and take the bottom leg a little bit in front of you, and then just lean back a little bit so you can let your whole trunk lean slightly back, lift the bottom leg, release. And you can even maybe make little circles here. So circle like this, maybe 5 in one direction, 5 in the other direction. Bend the bottom knee, lie down, take the top leg back, 5 in a backward direction with the top leg, and change direction. And then onto the other side. So bend your top leg, bottom leg 5 in one direction, 5 in the other direction, and then take the top leg back, 5 in the one direction, 5 in the other direction, come up onto your hands and knees again.
Lift your ribs, press your hands and knees away from each other. Release your head, take a breath into the belly. Come back.
And then finally doing a roll down. So take the feet about hip width apart, if not a bit wider. Bend your knees, tip your pelvis back, roll the lower back forward, roll the middle back forward, roll the upper back forward, release the head. So you're not bending in your hips. Slowly come up, lower back, middle back, upper back. Again, bend your knees, tip your pelvis back, roll your lower back forward, your middle back forward, your upper back forward. Let your arms hang like an orangutan arm. Slowly come up. And last time we're going to bend in the hips as well. So bend your knees, tip your pelvis back, roll your lower back forward, your middle back forward, upper back forward, and then keep going down through the hips. Hang all the way down, release the head, take a breath into the belly. Slowly roll up again, lower back, middle back, upper back, head. So the main thing is to try to get this here from there to there as often as possible. And I think I said to you as well, try sitting a bit higher in a chair. Take a bit of extra height so your hips are higher than your knees. Let me know how it goes. Lots of love, Noni. Namaste. Love you lots.